Good morning, everyone. Following on from my briefing yesterday at Wellington Slip Road, I can inform you that detectives from the Serious Crime Unit of the Greenidge Police Service continue to investigate the deaths of Mrs. Regina Robinson, 48 years old, and Anthony Robinson, 49, both of St. George's Parish. I'd just like to pause here to send my sincere condolences to the family and friends of both Mr. and Mrs. Robinson for what is clearly a very tragic and untimely incident. The deaths appear to be as a result of acute wounds to both bodies, and the circumstances of their death dictate that a comprehensive and thorough investigation will be conducted. A forensic autopsy will be conducted to determine the precise manner of death. Bermuda Police Service forensic crime scene examiners and doctors from the Central Government Laboratory have examined the scene with close scrutiny, and detectives have gathered evidence, commenced the process of speaking with witnesses, and are also reviewing CCTV footage from the area. We are keenly aware that this incident will have prompted alarm and fear in what is a very closely knit neighborhood. We want to reassure the community that that we are looking at all possibilities and angles in this matter, including the most obvious ones. It is important that we as police officers keep an open mind in all matters such as these, and we ask that members allow the investigation to run its course so that we can determine the facts as best the available evidence will allow. Detectives will be actively seeking witnesses or persons with information in the coming days, and members of the community action team from the eastern area working out of the South Side and St. George's police stations will also be working in the neighborhood to listen to and receive community concerns in the wake of this tragic incident. I will now hand over to the officer I have appointed to investigate this matter. He is the Senior Investigating Officer, Acting Detective Chief Inspector Dave Greenidge. Thank you.
Good day. I'd also like to echo the sentiments of Acting Superintendent Pedro. This investigation does have some very unique features to it. Of course, there'll be a lot of speculation as to what has happened. We're in the infancy of this investigation, and it's very important that we speak to any person or anyone who has seen, spoken to, or interacted with either Regina Robinson or Anthony Robinson during the past few days, more specifically over the weekend. We are expecting a pathologist to arrive on the island later this afternoon, who will of course conduct an autopsy, and his findings will of course solidify some of the theories that we already have. But it's important that we do speak with any witnesses and anyone who has any information. Please to contact the Serious Crime Unit via 247-1739 or my extension at 247-1185 or the Crime Stoppers at 800-8477. Thank you.
Okay, so at this time, we'll take some questions if there are any.
Has the police released the names of the individual?
Beg your pardon?
Has the police released the names of the individual?
I just did that in my opening comments.
Prior to this morning?
Oh, sorry. Prior to this morning, no, we had not, no.
Okay, my question now is, what is the policy? Do you have other media releasing names and photographs? What is the policy for us, the media, when it comes to those inquiries? Because number one, we could have released, everyone knew the names, but we didn't release it last night because it hadn't been released by you. What is your policy for that going forward?
Well, our policy is, and always has been, that the prime concern of the police is to ensure that the close family relatives or the next of kin are informed. Obviously, if media take it upon themselves to do that, they do so at their own risk. Our primary concern is, and loyalty is to the family and friends of the victims, and our responsibility to ensure that they are informed. We took a particular decision to not formally release the names until today because we wanted to ensure that all family members have been informed.
In your inquiries, are you looking for anybody else in the scenario?
We have to keep all options open. At this point, like I said, it's in its infancy. There are a couple of lines of inquiry that we intend to pursue, that we did also pursue last week, and will continue to pursue today. And as I said before, with the arrival of the pathologist, the forensic pathologist, his findings will definitely direct us in the right direction.
Can you confirm is this a murder-suicide?
Like I said, I will not be able to confirm that right now. Like I said, we have some theories of what has happened, but a forensic pathologist and his findings solidify the nature of the events.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to give us anything further on the circumstances of the deaths, or what type of wounds these people had?
No, we won't speak to the wounds or anything like that at this point in time. But as the investigation progresses, and we have more definitive findings, of course, we will inform those relevant parties.
Have you removed from the scene any objects that are helpful in the finding out what happened?
We've processed the scene, and we'll be going back later today to continue processing the scene, also with the attendance of the pathologist. In terms of wounds, in terms of any weapons or any objects, so we will not release that information right now. We prematurely inappropriate to do that.
Any final questions?
Do the residents of the neighborhood have anything to be concerned about?
We don't believe that at this point. Obviously, the investigation is still in its infancy, and all those facts will be borne out once we've collected all the facts. Obviously, if people in that area have concerns, or if they have information which can assist the investigation, we obviously would continue to invite them to come forward and assist us with any relevant information that might indicate or speak to their concerns directly.
How many children are involved?
We understand that there are children involved, and they were present at the scene yesterday, and they are working closely with our family liaison officers on both sides of the family.
Would you consider it a great response from neighbors or witnesses thus far?
Yeah, at this point, we've had a very positive response from neighbors and friends who've come forward and given us information. But more importantly, we still need to speak with other members of the public who've interacted with either of these victims over the last few days.